Have you ever gotten a suspicious email claiming to be from Capital One? Maybe it landed in your spam folder, or perhaps it snuck through and had you momentarily worried. In today's world of phishing scams and identity theft, it's crucial to be able to identify legitimate emails, especially from financial institutions like Capital One. So, how can you tell if an email saying it's from Capital One is actually from them? The answer lies in the email address itself. That string of characters before the symbol can reveal a lot. But before we dive into email address formats, let's talk about why it matters. Imagine you get an email about a suspicious transaction on your credit card. It looks official, with Capital One logos and branding. But if the email address sending it looks like email address removed, well, that should raise some red flags. Phishing emails often try to mimic real companies by using similar names or logos in the email body. But they can't replicate the official email format used by the real company. So, by understanding Capital One's email format, you gain a powerful tool to identify real emails and avoid falling victim to scams. Alright, now that we've established the importance, let's unveil the secrets behind a Capital One email address. Capital One actually uses a couple of different formats, so don't be surprised if you see some variation. Here's the most common one. First name, last, email address removed. This is the classic format you might expect from any company. It uses your full name, separated by a period, followed by @capitalone.com, which is the company's domain name. For example, if your name is John Smith, a legitimate email from Capital One might come from john.smith@capitalone.com. Simple, right? But there's another format Capital One uses sometimes. First initial, last, email address removed. In this case, they use just the first initial of your first name, followed by your last name and the @capitalone.com domain. So, sticking with our John Smith example, you might also see an email from jsmith@capitalone.com. These are the two main formats Capital One uses for customer emails. If the email address you receive falls outside these formats, it's a strong indicator that it might not be legitimate. Here are some additional things to keep in mind. Be wary of urgency. Phishing emails often try to pressure you into acting quickly, using phrases like urgent action required or your account will be locked. Capital One will likely give you reasonable time to address any issues. Check for typos and grammatical errors. Legitimate companies generally have good email hygiene and won't send emails riddled with typos or grammatical mistakes. Don't click on suspicious links. If you're unsure about an email, don't click on any links within it. Instead, log into your Capital One account directly through their website or app to check for any updates or messages. Report suspicious emails. If you receive a suspicious email claiming to be from Capital One, you can report it to them directly. This helps them track down phishing attempts and protect other customers. By following these tips and familiarizing yourself with Capital One's email formats, you can significantly reduce the risk of falling victim to email scams. Remember, a little extra caution can save you a lot of trouble. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time, stay safe out there in the digital world.